Action!
Now.
Come on! One day! Season 2, episode 44! Here we are. And I'll tell you what, it's all about deserts. The Sahara, the Arabian, the Gobi, the Arctic. Yeah, that's a desert. And it... damn, we're eating 2 S's. Hold on. It's dessert night! It's not desert night! Come on! It's National Dessert Day. Well, yeah, like I need an excuse for a dessert. I'm gonna take it though. National Dessert Day, and by God, if we're doing desserts, we're doing a dessert cocktail. And I'm throwing the greenest, meanest, sweetest, I don't know. It's a green cocktail. It's a grasshopper. Your grandma probably drank it. When you were a kid, this is probably the first cocktail you may have ever stuck out of your parents. Yeah, this. Let me tell you what's in it. In here, Blue Monkey, Quarantina. We can go Green Monkey tonight, but we're not. It's the Blue Monkey Quarantina. Only business, monkey business. Come on, folks. We got a good one tonight. We have a good one every night. Why would I say tonight? We have a good one every night. I don't know that that's true, folks. I've gone back and rewatched some of these. I don't know what you're watching on here. I mean, it's pretty sad. But here we are. It is literally National Dessert Day. We've got to have a dessert. We're doing dessert cocktail. Now, first one, I know, and we already did it, Chocotini, chocolate martini, whatever you want to call it. We did it. Been there. Done that. If you don't know it, buy the book. Put a code on the kid. Chocotini. It's in here. So, but we got to have another dessert cocktail, and it's all about the grasshopper. Now, when you think about the grasshopper, here's what most people probably are thinking. 1950s, Wisconsin. Why Wisconsin? Well, Wisconsin was and still is home to the Supper Club. And the Supper Club, this is a go-to cocktail. To this day, folks, yeah, 1950s. This was like the finishing drink of the evening. What's a supper club, Paul? Well, so they're not big everywhere, but Wisconsin, there's still like 250 of these things. So is it a restaurant? Well, sort of. It's more of just a place to eat. It's meant to be a little bit more fancy, and even if it is reasonably priced, and it's meant to be more of a social interaction. You go there, it's not about just getting your meal and leaving. It's going, being with folks you know, having cocktails, staying, shows a lot of times. So that was it. And these go way back. And if you're wondering, I'm still not familiar. Let me give you a name and I'll tie it all together for you. Lawrence Frank was kind of the originator of the supper club idea. And these are still going on. And you know him and you didn't even know it. Lowry's seasoning salt, yeah, that stuff, yeah, that's the same guy. The guy who invented that is the guy who started supper clubs. You're welcome. Now, fast forward from the 50s and supper clubs and all that going on, and you hit the 80s. In the 80s, the grasshopper, it was a go-to drink. I mean, this was very popular in the 80s. Side note on the 80s, though. 80s, it gave a lot of bad raps for cocktails. 80s were probably... It was criminal what they did to cocktails in the 80s. It was just, it was ugly. How do you know you're drinking a cocktail from the 80s? We'll do a whole show on this, but I can give you 3 things that'll immediately tell you this cocktail is from the 80s. First, there's a very high likelihood that the name has some sexual innuendo built right into it. 2, it's probably either got cream or cream does something in it. And 3, there's a probability of 80% that it's going to be some neon color. Blue or green being the top choices. So, the grasshopper, we're hitting 2 out of 3. Oh, what are some other ones? I don't know. How about the dirty banana or the blue lagoon or between the sheets? Yeah, those are all 80s cocktails. You're welcome. Stay away from them. We'll talk about that another day. Now, if we stopped right there and you're like, I now know everything I need to know about the grasshopper, you would be wrong. you know half of what you need to know about a grasshopper. Actually, you know 2/3 because there's only a third of the show left at this point in time. So I've given you 2/3. Here's the final third of what you need to know. The grasshopper, it isn't the 50s and it isn't the 80s. The poor drink has gotten a bad rap because of the 50s and especially the 80s. This drink, though, folks, this is 1919. This goes back to New Orleans. Yeah, Sazerac. Yeah, the famous gin fizz and the Vucare. Yeah, well, right in the same line of those wonderful drinks came the grasshopper. Yeah, who did this? Who did this to us? Well, Filbert Guichet. Filbert Guichet, if you don't know who he is, he was a wonderful mixologist. And he has a couple drinks. We've just not ever really gotten to him because to get to him, you got to get through the grasshopper first. So you know who he is already too. You've probably heard of this place. Go to New Orleans to this day and go to Two Jacques, little bar. Yeah, well, Guichet was the original owner of the establishment back in 1896. And he is the one. So the story is this. He actually would enter cocktail contest. Yeah, these were popular all the way back then. So he actually entered in a cocktail contest in New York City. New York City? Yeah, New York City. And he created this grasshopper. Came in second place. He took it back to Two Jacques, his place. And they have been making that drink ever since. Still make it to this day. You don't hear that story. You don't know that. Well, here's why. The problem is that this drink came out pre-prohibition. So it didn't get a chance to really take off. A lot of pre-prohibition drinks we don't know that much about because they didn't publicize them. They weren't writing about it, and then prohibition hit, and then it kind of fell apart. So boom, that's where it was. But this drink has heavy roots all the way back. 1919 is when it gets credit for being published and actually made. Paul, make the damn drink. I'm going to make the drink. All right? Now, like I said, you probably had this drink as a kid. You know, some of this alcohol, this is some of the first things that most kids, at least Gen Xers, this is some of the first alcohol we stole out of our parents' liquor cabinet. Here's the beauty of it. One, you it didn't taste like you're drinking alcohol, but it was alcohol. And your parents never knew if you touched this stuff because they only bought it one time and it just sat there. My kids will probably be into the creme de menthe sooner or later.
Probably all made us sicker than dogs too.
Yeah, man, this is. But if you do it right, this is a legit cocktail. How do you do it right? Okay, first thing, not a hard cocktail, but you got to do it right. Equal parts. First thing you're coming in with is creme de menthe. Yeah. It's green. Make sure you get the green stuff. Equal parts. I'm going to go 1.5 ounces. Thick. You can just smell the mint coming off of it right away. There's one. And there's one for Shelby. You're welcome, Shelby. I mean, the mint. I mean, it's mouthwash. It is just a hit of mint. Next thing, creme de cacao. Get the clear, don't get brown, you know, because it comes in 2 flavors. There it is, nice, clear, 1, and 1 for Shelby. And then, really, the only other thing is heavy cream. That's it. And again, equal parts. Now, some recipes will actually double the cream, or they'll do some cream and milk. Original recipe, just go 1. And then make sure you give 1 to Shelby. And then the other addition, and you won't see this, I got to say, Guichet, he wasn't on it when he did it originally. But if he would have known, Guichet would have been on it. I know it. If he could be the cocktail recipe contest right now, he would be adding emergency. Emergency! Winning cocktail recipes all over the world. But not sponsoring our show. Emergency. Give that a little sprinkle in there, and there was a fresh one tonight too. Deliciousness. All right, folks, that's it. That's the whole cocktail. Turn around, Give it a good shake. Ice cold. You definitely want this thing ice cold. Green cocktail. Yeah. Isn't it great? My grandma used to drink these. I remember she actually had this under her cabinet. She had these bottles. Literally, these could have been her bottles. This stuff sits around forever. Oh, it's remarkably familiar once you see it. It is immediately recognizable. It is chocolate, mint, squared, right in your face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's deliciousness. There it is, folks. Got a nice cream smoothness to it. It's velvety. What do you garnish it with, Paul? Mint. Make sure you smack it. Then, oh, now you really smell the mint. There it is, folks. Boom! Quarantine, and in many respects, probably should be quarantined. Grasshopper cocktail. There it is. Oh. Now, is it good? You know it's good. If you wanted to, I'll tell you a couple other things. Some people will garnish it. They'll pour a little floater of brandy on top. Matter of fact, 2 Jacques, that's how they now finish it. That's not the original recipes. But they'll put a little brandy float on it. The other thing is some people will grate a little chocolate right on top. I've been watching the calories though, so this is fine for me. How's it taste? Again, pure mint right in your face. Oh, these are so dangerous. Imagine taking a peppermint patty, liquefying it, turning it green, the color it should be, and boom, it is a peppermint patty in a glass that you can drink. This is dangerous, folks. Very, very dangerous. Oh, it's so good. Folks, there it is. Your Quarantine Grasshopper. Now, I leave you with a little bit. The thing that amazes me about this is it is simple, delicious, it's sweet, but yet it's never really, it's never gotten there. Some people say it's a revival. It's coming back. You're going to start seeing the grasshopper on menus. If you see it, don't be afraid of it. Why did it not take off? Too sweet? Is it the cream? Is it is it just because it's green? You know, I think what you need to do when you're getting ready to drink this drink, you need to really listen to the words that were taught to us by Joe Raposo. Now, you may not know who Joe Raposo is, but in 1970, he put in words exactly this drink. Now, you may recognize it a little bit better by Kermit the Frog. And then, as he said, it's not easy being green. And being green is such an ordinary thing sometimes. But yet, as Kermit pointed out to us, green can be as big as the ocean or as tall as the tree. And Kermit, you're right. And if he was allowed, I bet you Kermit would have had himself a grasshopper. One more reason, it may not be easy being green, but by God, it's a beautiful life to live. Cheers to you all.
Chink.
Love you. Enjoy your green life, you know? You've had a sweet hump today on Wednesday, and you're welcome. And I love you. And hey, I didn't say it was a green hump because that's not a good one, but you've had a sweet hump. So enjoy your Wednesday. It's National Dessert Day. Make yourself a grasshopper and take the easy life, folks. Love you all. Good night. Cheers.